All right, so the news says US government tells courts Tinubu is CIA assets. Insists Nigerians have no right to access the president's past record. CIA confirmed Tinubu is active assets. Active. That means even now, they can tell him yes or no. They are the one controlling whatever thing that is doing based off on this news. USA says disclosure of his 1992 drug trafficking reports could cause damage to national.
Hello, viewers. Welcome back to another live section. Welcome back to BCM Breaking News. So, Sahara reporters have this news that Tinubu is a CAI asset, an active one for that matter. Tinubu is a CAI asset, an active one for that matter. Meaning that if the US government tells him to go, he will go, or the US government, they are controlling him, is their boy. Tinubu is USA boy. I would like you to watch that video where Very Dark was reacting to what Sahara reporters reported today. So guys, we'll continue. A lot of Nigerians has come out to talk about this. Aisha, Very Dark Man, a lot of them. We will see all of that at this live section. Just relax and stay to the end of this live section. So it was, confirmed that Tinubu, the US government said that Tinubu is CIA assets, meaning that they are controlling him. No wonder just 1 year in office and then Nigeria is already shaking. And then look at the impact on Nigeria, just 1 year. Because right after Tinubu came in, everything just rose. Like, so if truly what Sahara reporters said, what they reported this morning, if this is true that Tinubu is CIA assets, that means Nigeria is not getting any better soon. Our suffering just kick-started. It just started. We never even see anything. Because one thing about these Western people is that they don't like Africans' progress. They want to destabilize Africa. They don't want Africa to be better than them. Yes, they want Africans to be suffering. Because they know that Nigeria is a blessed country. Yeah, they don't want Africa to be, because if you check our natural resources, we are better than them when it comes to our natural resources and so many other things. So now is this method by trying to control the leaders in Nigeria, that's how they want to destabilize Nigeria. So if this is actually true, Nigerian suffering just started. We never even see suffering, because as far as Tinubu is going to still be on that seat, Nigeria's suffering just started. 4 years is going to be the worst if this is true, guys. I just wanted to take a reaction. Let's watch this video where Very Dark Man said a lot of things about this news that Sahara reporters gave this morning, that Tinubu is a CIA asset. He's a spy. The US government is controlling him. Guys, take a look at this video.
All right, so the news says US government tells courts Tinubu is CIA assets. Insists Nigerians have no right to access the president's past record. CIA confirmed Tinubu is active assets. Active. That means even now, they can tell him yes or no. They are the one controlling whatever thing that is doing based off on this news. USA says disclosure of his 1992 drug trafficking reports could cause damage to national security. Although I have not verified this news, but Sahara reporters that posted this. Now, if this news is true, that the US actually said this, then this is a very big problem. Then our hardship and our suffering just continue, because one thing about the Western world don't want Africa to prosper. They don't want Africa to prosper no matter what. So if they are boldly saying it, which I have not verified, but I saw it on Sahara, if they are boldly saying it, that is an active asset, then just know that we are in for a doom. We are in for a doom. A very big doom. Economy no fit stable if this news now they talk not true. Because these people will never want Africa to be great as them. So all this fuel price will continue to increase. All this dollar will continue to increase. Our country will be in shambles before Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu leave. That is if what these people are saying is true. It means that even if Tinubu tries to make this country better, these people will send him an errand. It means that Tinubu is their house boy. If what this thing is saying is true. I saw it on Sahara Reporters. Do you understand? For now, consume me. It means that Tinubu is their houseboy. And we are in... I just don't know. I'm trying to break it down in a layman form. But this is messy. This is messy. Now, they are also saying, according to Sahara Reporters that posted it, they are also saying that truly, Tinubu was involved in drug dealing in 1992. Well, anyways, what is my job? My own is to just do analysis, small analysis. But if this is true, then we are in deep shambles. Number two, about this drug thing, I'd like to tell you that most of the people that were into drug dealing around the world, Pablo Escobar, El Chapo, and the rest, they were all US assets at the end of the day. It was the thing where if they don't say you don't get power through this means, instead they take you in, they'll do what we call a plea bargain, which happens everywhere. You understand? It happens everywhere. But saying that Tinubu is still an active asset is a problem. Anyways, now God go help us on Nigeria. Make I no talk to the one where go make them sue me. As I did like this now, Lagos I go for another case with the Falanos. So before they come for me. Peace and love. May God help Nigeria. May God help us, because this is the problem. Thank you.
May God help us in this country. You heard everything very dark man said. So Tinubu is US houseboy, US government. Tinubu is their houseboy. They send him on an errand. If they say do this, he will do. If they say don't do this, he will do. Even when no wonder Tinubu came out to say that boldly, because for me, this is the first president in the history of Nigerian presidents to come out. He's the first president that have come out to tell Nigerians that he cannot solve Nigerian problem instantly. So this is what we are seeing in Nigeria. So truly, if this is true, because nobody is sure, it's still an allegation. Yes, nobody is sure of what the Sahara reporters, what they reported. Nobody is sure yet. But if this is true, that Tinubu is US government, is their houseboy, is their boy, just know that Nigeria is not getting any better anytime soon. Imagine that. So even if Tinubu wants to make Nigeria better, they will send him on an errand, because one thing with these Western people is that, just like I said earlier, they don't want the betterness of Africa people. They don't want Nigeria to be great just like them. Because if you check it, Nigeria is a very blessed country, even blessed more than their own. When it comes to natural resources, now we carry on first. Yes. So with that way, they don't want Nigeria to be great. If you avoid all these corrupt leaders, Nigeria will be so great. So the only way now they want to use and destabilize Nigeria is by using our leaders, using them, controlling them, so that they will destabilize our economic. Imagine what is happening here. And then Sahara reporters also talked about Tinubu's drug dealing record. So truly, if Tinubu is actually a drug dealer in 1992, God, how come he's now the president of Nigeria? All these things are not yet clear, because I cannot force myself to believe this. In fact, I don't even believe this news. Yeah, for Tinubu to be, no wonder this country have been in chaos ever since he entered. Although the country has been on fire, but just 1 year in office. That means if this news is true, fuel price will keep increasing. It might even enter 3,000. Oh God, help us in this country. Food price, food stuff will increase. Everything will increase. Dollar will keep going, keep increasing. These people don't want the progress of Africa. So the US government confirmed that Tinubu is an active asset, even to an active CIA asset, even till now. Active, meaning that even till now, if they come and tell him do this, just like you're sending a housemaid or a houseboy to do something, to tell him do this, you do this, you do. This is what they mean. So let's take a reaction from Aisha.
Aveve kuve hamie mo agbo. You hear wetin I hear? Not be small thing, no. Hey, Nigeria is a cruise. They should put us on Netflix. Sahara Reporters is here reporting that U.S. government tells court Tinubu is CIA asset. Insists Nigerians have no right to access Tinubu's past records. Oh, shit! Is it 007 or which one is it? Oh, shit! Tinubu. Record that last year, the court declined an emergency application seeking to compel top U.S. law enforcement agencies to hasten the release of confidential information on Bola Tinubu. United States law enforcement agencies have insisted Nigerians have no right to unfiltered access to Bola Tinubu's past records. The position was stated in a memorandum filed by the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, before the United States District Court for the District of Columbia, which renowned journalist David Hundeyin shared on Twitter on Tuesday night. Recall that last year, the court declined an emergency application seeking to compel top U.S. law enforcement agencies to hasten the release of confidential information on Bola Tinubu. But let me just even state here, asset qua. I don't understand asset as in how. As in, it's an active asset. He has not reached the place where they can, disclose whatever they have on him, so they are still using him. What does that mean in terms of this is now someone who has rigged his way into office and occupying the office of the president that he shouldn't occupy in Nigeria? How vulnerable is Nigeria to all of this? All of this, is it just story? Is it just hearsay? Is it just mere fabrications, accusations? Because I don't even understand. But anyway, let me go back. Given an update on the case, Hundeyin said the 3 U.S. agencies had filed their defense against the summary judgment concerning Bola Tinubu's drug trafficking investigation records. The journalist wrote yesterday, that's Monday, in federal court, the CIA, FBI, and DEA filed a memorandum opposing our motion for summary judgment in the FOIA Freedom of Information, a disclosure case about Bola Tinubu's drug trafficking investigation records, where we are seeking to have the redactions removed from the partially released files. For those of you that have not followed during the presidential election, during and after, right? There was this thing that was demand that all the records of Tinubu should be made public. At the end of the day, I think it was just before the swearing, something like that, that the FBI did make some records open, but they redacted it. That's a lot of parts were not shown, were not allowed to go out there. And people are saying this is someone who was involved in drug trafficking to the extent that he had to even forfeit $460,000, I think it was. So on what basis was he allowed to get away? What probably people are asking, what deal did he strike with the state? Did he strike with the state? Was he, and right now, like what is being implicated here is the fact that he's an asset that had been used for certain things. So it's an active asset, so that means it's still being used. And you are wondering why when Tinubu goes out with other presidents, they used to keep him by the side. He can't enter. Then you now say one thing, and before you know what's happening, it's appearing somewhere else. Anyway, let me come back to this thing. In the filing, the CIA effectively confirmed that Nigeria's sitting presidency is an active CIA asset. An extract from the CIA filings read, human sources can be expected to furnish information to the CIA only when they are confident the CIA can and will do everything in its power to prevent the public disclosure of their cooperation. So, human assets. So, Tinubu is an asset to them, so they are protecting him. And I think even Tinubu too also wrote to them when the courts, even Atiku had also done a filing for certain things. Tinubu had wrote to them that it is going to affect national security and blah, 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 blah. So we know it now. So let me repeat what I said earlier. Human sources, what this is what CIA find. They say human sources can be expected to furnish information to the CIA only when they are confident the CIA can and will do everything in its power to prevent the public disclosure of their cooperation. In the case of a person who has been cooperating with the CIA, official confirmation of that cooperation could cause the target to take retaliatory action against the person or against their family or friends. It also places in jeopardy every individual with whom the cooperating individual has had contact. Thus, the indiscretion of one source in a chain of intelligence sources can damage an entire spectrum of sources. As such, confirming or denying the existence of records on a particular foreign national like Tinubu reasonably could be expected to cause damage to the U.S. national security by indicting whether or not the CIA maintained any human intelligence sources related to Tinubu and identifying any access or lack of access any such sources had to intelligence concerning him. English. But between the English, if you read between the lines, what are they saying? And if that wasn't bad enough, the DEA's filing included a paragraph that literally said, we oppose full unredacted disclosure of the DEA's Bola Tinubu heroin trafficking investigation records. Lord have mercy. Because we believe that while Nigerians have a right to be informed about what their government is up to, they do not have a right to know what their president is up to. Hey! You get what they talk? Why you have a right to know what your government is up to, you don't have a right to know what your president, a bit like I always say, illegitimate president is up to. Hey! Hey, at this point, I think there's nothing more to be said about the direct role that the U.S. government plays in ensuring that Africa is constantly destabilized and afflicted with terrible leaders who create poverty and devastation. This is where we are in Nigeria. This is Tinubu. Somebody with a drug. So you can even call him a drug dealer. Now, yes, he is. CIA agent. 007. Hey! Tinubu! Tipe! Rigger of the rigging. The rigging rigger. Rigege rigogo. Tinubu. After you, na you understand? Do anyhow with Niger. Turner, twister, you get backy. But I'm waiting want to be say, your backy no reach when people vex. When Nigerians vex, you go hear am. Monkey go market, you no go come back. No wahala. They enjoy for now.
So, guys, you heard what Aisha said. So, in that article she was reading, she said, while you know what your government is up to, you don't have the right to know what your president is up to. Imagine Tinubu, a CAI asset. The US government are controlling him. No wonder Nigeria has, turned upside down just in 1 year of him being in office. So Aisha was like that, one day that he should be using Nigeria to be playing, that one day Nigeria will vex and then he will not like what he will see. So let me take it up from there with this article. So a reaction from Olusegun. So presidential aide Dada Olusegun reacts following claim Tinubu is a CIA asset. So reading on, it says the special assistant to the president on social media, Dada Olusegun, has reacted to a claim that President Bola Tinubu is an asset of the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency (SIA). The claim was made by investigative journalist David Hundeyin, who shared documents to back his allegation. So Hundeyin shared the allegations on X, while stating that the revelation came to light after the CIA, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Drug Enforcement Administration filed a memorandum opposing our motion for summary judgment in the FOIA disclosure case about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's drug trafficking investigation records. So he said the CIA filing effectively confirmed the Nigerian sitting president is an active CIA asset. So he said that CIA filing effectively confirmed. So the CIA confirmed that Nigeria's sitting president, that's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is an active CIA asset. So let's read on. So Olusegun reacted. He said, reacting, Olusegun Dada rubbished the allegations against his principal. So he wrote on X and he said, they told you he was a lady, you believed. They told Yorubas don't bear Tinubu, you believed. They told you he can't be allowed in the US, you believed. They told you his name is not the name, you believed. Now they brought another one. Here you are, as usual. Tragic. So this man has come to, or debunk the allegation that Tinubu is a CIA asset. So he's trying to say that Nigerians are believing a lot about Tinubu, that they shouldn't believe this one. But a lot of Nigerians has come out, to ask questions on this. Imagine the president of Nigeria being controlled by the US government to destabilize Nigeria so that Nigeria will not be great just like them. So reading on, it says this comes after Hundeyin claimed the United States Law Enforcement Agency have insisted Nigeria have no right to unfiltered access to President Bola Tinubu's past record. So this person, Hundeyin, he claimed that the state's law enforcement agency have insisted that Nigerians have no right to unfiltered access, or they don't have right or access to President Bola Tinubu's past record. So reading on, it says the position was stated in a memorandum filed by the Central Intelligence Agency, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Drug Enforcement Administration before the United States District Court for the District of Columbia, which renowned journalist David Hundeyin shared on Twitter on Tuesday night, November 12th. So the position was stated in a memorandum filed it says the position was stated in a memorandum filed by the Central Intelligence Agency, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Drug Enforcement Administration before the United States District Court of the District of Columbia, which renowned journalist David Hundeyin shared on Twitter on Tuesday night, November 12th. So recall that last year the court declined an emergency application seeking to compel top US law enforcement agencies to hasten the release of confidential information on President Bola Tinubu. So here he's saying that, recall that last year the court declined an emergency application seeking to compel top US law enforcement agencies to hasten the release of confidential information on President Bola Tinubu. So, giving an update on the case, David Hundeyin, it was this man, David Hundeyin, that gave an update on this case. So he said that the three USA agency had filed their defense against the summary judgment concerning President Bola Tinubu's Ahmed drug trafficking investigation record. The journalist wrote, yesterday, Monday, November 11th, in federal court, the CIA, FBI, and DEA filed a memorandum opposing our motion for summary judgment in the FOIA disclosure case about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's drug trafficking investigation records, where we were seeking to have the redaction removed from the partially released files. In the filing, the CIA effectively confirmed that Nigeria's sitting president is an active CIA asset, and except from the CIA filing So in the process, they confirmed in the filing, they confirmed that the CIA effectively confirmed that Nigeria's president, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is an active, even till now, is an active boy, is an active house boy. Yes, of the US government. They are controlling him. So they confirmed it, and they boldly, for them to boldly come out and confirm this thing, just know that Nigeria is in trouble. Imagine what they are using Nigeria to do. They don't want Nigeria to progress. They want Nigeria to keep suffering. So let's continue. So, human source can be expected to furnish information to the CIA only when they are confident the CIA can and will do everything in its power to prevent the public disclosure of their cooperation. In the case of a person who had been cooperating with the CIA, official confirmation of the cooperation could cause the target to take retaliatory actions against that person or against their family or friends. It also place in jeopardy every individual with whom the cooperating individual has had contact, thus the indiscretion of one source in a chain of intelligence source can damage an entire spectrum of sources. And if that wasn't bad enough, the DEA's filing include a paragraph that literally said, "We oppose full unredacted disclosure of our DEA's Bola Tinubu heroin trafficking investigation record because we believe that while Nigerians have a right to be informed about about what their government is up to, they do not have the right to know what their president is up to." Hey, God. For US government to come and give this news that saying that they believe, I said DEA's Bola Tinubu Hurain trafficking investigation record because they believe that while Nigerians have a right to be informed about what their government is up to, they don't have the right to know what their president is up to. This is becoming so suspicious because, yeah, looking at what is happening, the president don't even is not even saying anything. So this with the way the president is doing in this country is actually making people to believe this news. Like I said, this is an allegation according to what Sahara Reporters posted. So this news was from Sahara Reporters. So they posted this news stating that Tinubu is um a house boy for the US government. They are controlling him when they say he should go just to destabilize Nigeria's economic. So if this news is actually true, because no one is yet sure, if this news is true, just know that Nigeria just started suffering. It just kick-started. Hardship just started. Because this is just 1 year of Tinubu. It's not even up to 4 years. So imagine how it will be. If this news is true, imagine how it will be in 4 years' time. This is what the US government want to turn Nigeria to. They want to turn Nigerians to slave. Because yes, Nigeria is blessed. Even they know Nigeria is blessed more than them. So they want to use this opportunity. Imagine people that don't have crude oil, when you go to their land, crude oil, fuel is cheap. When you come down to people that have the crude oil, it's so expensive. People are suffering with all these things. What do you expect? So truly, if this news is true, just know that Nigeria just started suffering because this is just 1 year of Tinubu in that presidency. So let's read on. It says, and if that wasn't bad enough, the DEA's filing include a paragraph that literally said we oppose full unredacted disclosure of the DEA's Bola Tinubu heroin trafficking investigation record because because we believe that while Nigerians have a right to be informed about what their government is up to, they don't have the right to know what their president is up to. At this point, I think there is nothing more to be said about the direct role that the US government plays in ensuring that Africa is constantly destabilized and afflicted with terrible leaders who create poverty and devastation. Imagine. This is the role that the US government play in Africa. They just want to use terrible leaders to create poverty and devastation. They want to be controlling our leaders, using terrible leaders to create poverty and devastation in this country. So, guys, this is all for now. Let me know your own thoughts on this. Do you think, Tinubu is actually a CAI asset. Do you think he's actually a CAI asset? So guys, let me know what you're saying. Drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on that under the comment section. Drop a comment under the comment section, and then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If this is the first time you're coming across this channel, hit the subscribe button, and guys, like and share this video. So guys, thank you for joining in, and I'll see you guys next time.